Hi everyone, welcome back to Mego Talk. So, as a lot of you know who collect Mego and have for some of you for years, like myself, Mego is in a resurgence right now. They started reproducing toys or producing toys again about 4 years ago. And, in the beginning, as I said last time, it was a little bit shaky, I think, and especially the distribution and the quality wasn't always where we wanted it to be, especially in some of the face molds. And that's mainly what I'm talking about. It was a little disappointing, to be honest. But now, several years later, they seem to, like I said, be in a resurgence. So today, what I want to show you, and by the way, I'm glad about that. I'm really glad they're doing well now. The figures are coming out looking great. They're doing a great variety. They're not doing, one Facts of Life, one Brady Bunch, one this, one that. They're doing things, it just things that are more sought after. Well, for instance, the world's greatest superheroes, or Star Trek, or now Planet of the Apes that I showed you some of last time. So today, I'm going to focus on my Star Trek Mego collection. So the first one, or the first ones I'm going to show you are the vintage ones. So the ones I've had for years, and we might as well start with the captain himself. So of course this is Captain Kirk, and I'm going to be kind of dusting as I go if there's any dust I see. But I have these in a cabinet that's got a glass door, so hopefully the dust is kept out to some degree. Um, but yeah, he's still looks good after all these years. He's got his little emblem there. Now he doesn't have any tricorder or anything like that, phaser, uh, but I think he looks pretty good regardless. And this is from the 70s. For those who don't know, these were made in the mid 70s, I believe. It just went throughout the 70s that they made different figures. So again, this is the William Shatner inspired Jim, Captain Kirk. So anyway, he has a pretty good likeness, I think. And then we move on to Spock. Again, he has his emblem there, little Star Trek emblem, and I don't know if those are original or if somebody might have replaced them over the years. I got these all secondhand over the years. None of these are ones that I bought myself. The only ones I had that I remember when I was younger in the 70s were the world's greatest superheroes. I don't think I had some of these others. But they do have his ears the way they would look, pretty close. And they've got the boots on all of these, by the way. I didn't mention that on Captain Kirk, but yeah, they've got the boots. His likeness, again, it's pretty good. So I think that's the thing. They were really good in the 70s with likenesses in a lot of cases. So when some of those early newer Megos started coming out a few years ago, that's why we were disappointed, because they did such a good job in the past. But they're back to that, so that's the good news. Now here is Dr. McCoy, and he's the first one I have of those three that has his little accessories and, phaser and medical equipment, etc. So yeah, Dr. McCoy. Now he looks a little bit like the actor, but I don't think he's as good as those first two as far as a likeness. He does have a nice nose, kind of big, and I don't remember if the actor did or not, but uh, I mean, I can see his face in my mind, but I don't remember the size of his nose. But I just feel like that was a good sized nose. Yeah, so here's his equipment that you see here, and he's got this little deal. So yeah, these were really well made. I mean, for the time and for the type of doll or figure that they were. Um, and then I've got the Scotty with his little phaser as well. Now, I just saw a picture online this morning of the new Scotty that just came out, and actually, he might be even a better resemblance, I think. I mean, just looking at this one and remembering what that one looked like, because I don't have that. I probably am not going to buy any of these four that I'm just now showing you, because I have the originals and they're in pretty good shape, so I don't really need to get those other ones. So maybe not, we'll see. I might get this one because, like I said, such a good face mold resemblance. And then last of those, the original crew, let me pull her dress down some so she's decent, is Uhura, Lieutenant Uhura. And this is the original. They have a different one now, of course, and she looks a little different. Hair's a little different. I kind of like to see her in person. I've never seen her in person, I don't think, the new one. This one I like, but I think it's a so-so resemblance. The hair is okay, but I think could be better as far as the style and the cut. And she does have this with her, which, I don't know, is that a tricorder or what that is exactly? So yeah, she's got her boots as well, short skirt. So yeah, she's looking good. So those are all the original ones I have. And then, of course, they didn't make, unfortunately, Sulu or Chekov in that series. So I got them recently, well, in the last few years, I got Sulu, and so that's this one, and I think they did a pretty good job on him, and he's got his accessories as well, his phaser, his tricorder, whatever this is in the front, I'm not 100% sure, but anyway, I think he looks good, and of course they're in the yellow, so I'm not a big Trekkie, to be honest, so I'm not sure the significance of the colors of their uniform. I don't know if there was a significance, but I know that it could be related to your level, your service level or level of where you were in the hierarchy of the Star Trek Enterprise. They have, I think, better emblems. They're much more easy to see. They stand out better. The other thing, if you compare the old to the new, is the bands on the arms are a little different. A lot smaller here, and it looks like just one, where this has several bands. Although they're together closely, so it might be considered one. But, the good thing is that they made these, and they look new and fresh, and that's always good. Obviously, they are good with their articulation. A lot of times now they all say 14 points of articulation, like the hands move, the elbows, the shoulders, the head, knees. I think the feet do as well. I'm not going to take this off to see, but I think the feet around the ankles move. So yeah, he is pretty good likeness, I think, especially for, this actor at the time. And they now, actually, this is still with snaps, which surprised me. I thought it was going to be Velcro. Some of the new figures are definitely with Velcro, but not these, I guess. They started out with the snaps. And then this is Chekov, who came out, I think, shortly after Sulu, but he, I hadn't gotten him originally. I just went back and got him in the last couple weeks, actually, off eBay, because I wanted to finally have the whole main crew. And so now I have Chekov. Now, I have to say, I don't think he looks very much like the actor. And even his hair does not remind me, like the style, doesn't sort of remind me of Chekov. But again, I'd have to watch it a little bit more and see. Obviously there were different hairstyles over different years, so I'm sure he had his hair like this at some point. It's not the main one I remember. But anyway, I'm glad to have him. Of course, he has all his accessories that he came with, and he's got the same articulation that Sulu had. They came out, I don't think they were in the same wave, but I think they were like one. This was in one wave, this was in the next one. Sulu might have been in the first wave of the new ones. Oh, one other one from my vintage ones is this guy. Now I can't think of his name. I'm blanking out. So I'm not going to try, but here's one of the other characters that's a villain, I believe. Yeah, I just can't think of it right now. But I think he's in his original outfit. I'm not sure if these are... Does anybody know, are these the original boots he came with? Because in the back, they don't quite work. They leave some of his skin exposed. So that seems a little odd. But other than that, they look okay in the front. This top, by the way, or this top part of his outfit reminds me of something from the Planet of the Apes set, but it's not. I don't think I think this is his original outfit. So I love that they did this one because it's rare that you get one with a beard. I mean, obviously Green Arrow has a beard, but not too many do. So yeah, I'm glad they did this one. And there's several other new ones that are out right now or recently. Um, so I'm not going to get them all. Excuse me, because you have to make a choice. You can't get everything. I've got things that I've got to find spaces for as it is. So I did get this one, and I took his helmet off. It's in the other room, so you could see his face. But this is a Romulan Commander, or a Romulan Commander. I really, sorry, I really like his outfit. I think they did a good job on it. I was really surprised to see that this is Velcroed down. Isn't that kind of weird? I mean, in a way I like it, but that is strange. He's got a weapon here as well. And this little dealie. I like the shirt just because it's really different. And it makes him stand out. I don't know if this is a particular actor, but I like the face mold. So yeah, this is really well made, and again, they have these boots. I wish they would use the rubbery boots more and not so much these boots. Let me take this off. So these are more plasticky and hollow feeling, and I think over the years they tend to crack sometimes. By the way, here's that feet articulation I was talking about, or ankle articulation. Um, so yeah, that's nice to have because especially when you go to put the boot back on, it's much easier when his foot is pointed down. So yeah, that is really helpful. Okay, well, that wraps it up for today as far as the ones I wanted to show you. I hope you've enjoyed this video on another Mego talk. I will be doing additional ones. I'm going to review some of the 14-inch Megos for the World's Greatest Superhero line and some others that I got, like the horror ones. But I know there's a lot of really happy people right now about the new resurgence of the Mego figures that's going on, and I'm one of them. So I'm glad to have them back, but definitely my wallet is showing it. So, okay, everybody, take care, and I'll talk to you next time.